Yeah, good. Is it good afternoon? Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. This is me, your brother, your friend, the humanist Stephen, on the show. Those of you watching me on Facebook, I will be surprised that I'm streaming directly from the YouTube channel because of some issues that I am encountering right now. And the moment that is done, we are going to go on, to stream live from our channels. But nevertheless, I'm just here to quickly speak to us on some very important Nigeria as a nation. Because today the country is actually disintegrating to a level that sorry guys, to a level that everybody is becoming a little bit worrisome and and fearful over what is actually playing in that country. And having been home for quite some time, please just come as you come in, please. Just share this video, guys. It's going to be really, really intriguing today. I'm going to deal on that's why I put the title was Governor Samuel Ortom, the brave man. And I'm going to say a lot of things about him today. I'm going to read some of his write-up. And now, before I go into the uh, 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 I want to say something very clearly here that there is a grand plan. I said it before, during my last year videos, that there is a grand plan for the Fulanization. Now, let me say something very clearly here. Most people normally say Islamization of Nigeria. Now, do you know why people say that? Because it's not actually Islamization. It is actually Funalization of the nation called Nigeria, not Islamization. Now, to the Fulanis, Islam is Fulani. To the Fulani, Islam is not a religion. Islam is politics to them. Okay? Whereby, to the other people within the north, Islam is a religion. So the Fulani took advantage of the religional background of the northern people. Okay, and when they come in with religion, knowing fully well these guys were already religious, fanatics in the religion they were actually practicing before the coming of Usman Dan Fodio. That is why you see today the Fulanis brought Islam to the north, and they also brought the political aspect of the religion called the Caliphate. So they installed their emirs in every nook and cranny of the state in order for them to be able to control both the religion and the political affair of the northern Nigeria. So that is the idea of the Fulanis. Now, when they come in the name of Islam, but actually they're actually having this idea, this prospect of taking over the nation called Nigeria for the Fulanis. I'm going to say something very clear to you. Before the 1804 Jihad war by Usman Dan Fodio, in Nigeria, in the northern Nigeria, the Hausas, the Kanuris, and other tribes that were actually in the north have their own religion. They have their own culture and ethnic whatever. But the moment they came, because of the idea that the Fulanis, led by Usman Dan Fodio, had, they actually not only ended their religion, they also ended the culture of an Hausa man. They also ended the culture of a Kanuri man. They also ended the traditions of these people, and they superimpose on them what we call today the Islamic religion. So the Islamic religion not only become a religion, but also the culture that they practice. Okay, guys? So that is the way and manner they have been able to put the North under perpetual control in the last hundreds of years. Just like we who are Christians today, to us, it is an abomination if you speak against a man of God. It's a crime. We are ready to defend the man of God even when we knew he had done something that is against the ethics of what we practice. Because he's already called a man of God, there is a question we're going to bring up: touch not my anointed, do my prophet no harm. Then whatever he does, it is insignificant, it is of no importance to us. All you need to do, keep quiet, just follow. So they have to introduce this into the culture and tradition of the northern people. It became difficult for anyone to go against the dictates of the Fulanis. That's why if you are speaking against the Fulanis, they will tell you are speaking against Islam. If you are speaking against the atrocities of the headers, the bandits, they will say you are actually against Islam. So they decide to follow their grand plan into religion in order to be able to sell and buy other people into what they actually have as a plan. But one guy that have continually stood out to defend the people had always been Governor Ortom of Benue State. I listened to him while he was speaking some few days ago over the incident or the issue that actually took place in his state, and I was amazed at the confidence that he actually had. I was bamboozled, I must say the least. The way and manner he actually spoke, against the backdrop to defend. Sorry, guys. Against the backdrop of what was actually happening in what's it called? In Benue. So we're going to look at some of the things he has said. Please, while I'm just doing that, please, I'm just coming. If you are coming, please just press the share button as we, continue to share this word of freedom to everyone that needs to hear. Nigeria is at the verge of disintegration if care isn't taken. This is not just a say, but this is a warning to everyone that actually loves Nigeria. We need to start doing things the right way. And I'm going to speak to the president today. Somebody said I should be careful so I don't get arrested. Now, what does it profit us to live in another man's land, have freedom, but we can't say anything we need to say in our own homes? I think the time has come for us to actually go home, tell it the way they are, whether the people likes it or not. Let the truth be said, so that freedom and prosperity can return to that country called Nigeria. Some few years back, as you all know, actually the Chinese people came to Nigeria to work. The Indian people came to Nigeria to work. Many of these people actually came to Nigeria to work. Few years back, they actually came to Nigeria to work. But today, the other way around have become the issue. Why? These are questions we need to start asking. Okay, guys, why are things going the way they are going. And for the president of Nigeria, I read a news this morning by Femi Adesina where you ask us to mind what we say, how we try to color what is happening in Nigeria so that the world will not see our nakedness and all that blah, blah, blah. I want to say, sir, as a leader who will be very nepotic in your appointment, every of appointment will be one-sided. Everything you'll be doing in Nigeria have been one-sided. And that will make everybody want to talk. That make every reasonable Nigerian want to speak. If you want the Nigeria to become what you expect it to be, we also expect you as a leader to do the needful. For what is good for the girls is also good for the genders. Few days ago, you killed Commandant E. Conso of the IPOB, stroke ECN. But I just heard that there was an attack on the military convoy in one of the states in the north. Nobody sent the military there. I just read right now that the Greenfield University students, they were actually adopted. Let me read that. Listen, you guys, you're going to hear this now. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking, guys. It is heartbreaking. It is heartbreaking. Just hear this now. Bandit threatening to kill the 17 adopted student of Kaduna Private University. This story is from Chinese television. Okay? The adopter of students of Greenfield University in Kaduna have threatened to kill the remaining 17 students. Remember, they've killed 5 in 2 batches, 1-3 and 1-2. To kill the remaining 17 students in their custody if their parents and the state government fails to pay the sum of 100 million as ransom by today, tomorrow being Tuesday, 4th May 2021. Bandits are giving orders to the government. And these guys have not yet been declared a terrorist organization. But IPOB, that was carrying flag, that their leader will be on the microphone for 10 hours talking. Their organization have been declared a terrorist organization. Go on. So this was disclosed by some of the parents of the adopted student on Monday, which is today. The parents of the victim who did not want their name mentioned due to fear told Chinese television that the first demand of 100 million by the bandit is in addition to the over 50 million ransom paid to them over the weekend, with the assurance to release their children. Say, in addition to the 100 million, the parents said the bandit also demanded 10 new motorcycles before the end of tomorrow, Tuesday, 4th May. Failure which they have no choice but to kill the remaining 17 students in their custody. The bandit had on April 20th invaded the Greenfield University located along Abuja-Kaduna Highway and took away 23 students after killing the staff of the school. A week later, the bandit killed 5 of their adopted students in 2 batches. The leader of the criminal gang known, the leader, goodness God, the leader of the criminal gang. It means the gang leader is known. Come on, guys. The leader is known. Is a known leader. the leader of the criminal gang known as Sani Jalingo, was quoted to have said during an interview, guys, get it right now. The leader of this deadly terrorist organization, they spill over Boko Haram. They are not bandits. They are actually an arm of Boko Haram that sought for funds for the actualization of the Islamic State being pushed by the Boko Harams and the ISIWA, the ISIS, West African province. The leader of the criminal gang known as Sani Jalingo, the man is known to the military. The man is known to the DSS. Was quoted to have said during an interview in Hausa service of the Voice of America that there are 17 students in his custody presently, including a grandson of the late emir of Zazahu Shehu Idris, identified as Hamza. The gang leader also said the 55 million ransom paid by the families of the students have been used in feeding the victim. End of the news. This is the country today that we actually find ourselves, guys. Where the head of a terrorist organization will appear in a radio interview, will sit in a radio interview, and the man will be talking to the nation in a country where we have laws and order, in a country where there is no two different laws for the two different, contraction that makes up Nigeria. The man ought not to have left the place where he was actually being interviewed. Because by the way, if even the interview was not done in the Voice of American outside service studio, okay, wherever that very particular interview was being aired, the wave and the channels would have been able to take the military men into that place. But no, the government did nothing. They allowed him say all he had to say, and they actually allowed him to go. But I'm very sure when the spokesman of IPOB, Emmanuel Powerful, made a statement on Channels Television, immediately, because Channel gave him a platform to actually air his view on the attack on the ESN commandant and all that and that, they were sanctioned to pay 5 million naira. So somebody's going to tell me today, oh, sir, it's just normal. Listen, guys, it is becoming more clearer by the day that there is an agenda. I'm not saying this now. Ortom is saying it. Not just me alone. Ortom, Governor Ortom is saying it. Look at one of the stories from Governor Ortom. Governor is very bold in telling them the truth. He said, blame Fulani nationality movement, made Tiala for jihad. Governor Ortom tells the JNI. You know, the JNI is the body of all the Islamic, group in Nigeria, led by the Sultan of Sokoto. Okay? The Governor Samuel Ortom of Benue State has said that the Jamahutu Nasi Islam, the JNI, should blame Fulani nationality movement, Mitiala Kato Ore, and Mitiala Kato Elders Association, and not Governor Sam Ortom, for describing the killing in the state as a jihadist agenda. Reacting to a statement created to JN regarding the reported comment of Governor Ortom on attack in the state, the Chief Press Secretary TVA Akase, in a statement, warned that JIN was, by its statement, trying to instigate religious hatred against the person of Governor Ortom. In the statement, Secretary General of JIN, Dr. Abubakar Khalid Aliyu, accused Governor Ortom of attributing the Elders Esme attack in the state to a continuation of the late Usman Danfodio jihad. The impression being created by the organization that Governor Ortom attacked the leadership of Nigerian Muslims in his comment is as misleading as it is a deliberate attempt to cast the governor in the bad light before the Muslims in the country. Akase, who said that the Fulani nationality movement had on several occasions declared jihad on Benue State and Nigeria, said it was for that reason that Governor Ortom continued to reiterate his call for the arrest of the leadership of the group to prevent further killings in the state. While quoting some link to authenticate the resolve of the SP said that the governor's statement only tried to allow security agency to their threat. Now, let me stop there a little bit. Now, the problem we have in Nigeria today, what some of us are beginning to get worried, is this. When an attack is being carried out by a group of people, particularly the Fulani, the headers. Let me take away the name Fulani for a moment. Now, being done by the headers. Now, the moment the headers does an attack on any community, the people who were attacked will say, these people that came to attack us are Fulani headers. They are Fulanis. For they speak that the Fulani language. But the government will come up and hold sway for them and say, no, these guys are not Fulanis. They are criminals. They should be called criminals. Come on, guys. When government attack police facilities in the East, they were quick to say the guys are IPOB members. They were quick to say the guys are ESN. Even when the IPOB member decided to say, we aren't the guys who attacked the government. We aren't the guys who is doing all this atrocity. People are doing it in order to paint us in bad light. But they yet still argue and say, no, it is you that did it. Even when the Fulani elders, under the umbrella of the Metiala Kato Ore, decides to say, we actually attacked them because they attacked us first, the government will still be denying for them. How much it was a few days ago, about 3 days ago, if I'm not mistaken, I read on the news when Aksan, the secretary of Metiala, was saying they are going to avenge. They are going to avenge the death of their members that was killed in the Southeast. Do not forget that the governor of Kaduna State once said that in one of his videos during the 2015 general election, that one thing that the Fulani never forgets is when you do something wrong to a Fulani man, you do something wrong to a Fulani man, It might take him 100 years. They are coming to avenge that very particular thing. How many of you have forgotten that? Maybe many of you have forgotten that video. He actually said that. That they are ready to come back and avenge that which you have done against them. So when you see them coming to attack, like they went to Ebonyi State and attacked, they went to Enugu and attacked. It is because that is their nature. Go check the Democratic Republic of Congo, Central African Republic. Go and ask the people in Rwanda. Go ask the people in Guinea-Bissau. They will tell you they do not forgive. So I began to wonder, what was the reason why President Muhammadu Buhari fought to become the president from 2003 till 2015 when he won? The guy has come to tell you guys, I will not hide my true agenda over making my people to be in every top position in the country. The moment you complain about his one-sided appointment, he will do another one the next day. As you say, okay, this is not good, you will see him repeating the same thing again. This invariably shows that the agenda to Islamize or Fulanize the nation is on the top gear. 2015, 2018, 2019 general election, there is an Igbo man who was the mouthpiece of the gods. He was a Reverend Father. His name was Reverend Father Ejike Umbaka. He was one of those who said in one of his sermons, from good luck to bad luck. He was an apostle of General Muhammadu Buhari between 2014 and 2015, and between 2018 and 2019. He massively drummed support for the Buhari administration in these two eras. He gave them his support and they won elections on these two occasions. After the killings in the east by the military men, Reverend Father Obaka felt that it was not okay for such a thing to have happened. He came on the podium in his ministry, prayer ground, adoration ministry, and said, the killings in Nigeria is becoming unbearable. And even the blind are beginning to see that we are living in a nation where life was nothing. The blind. The deaf is beginning to hear the sound of guns. The deaf are beginning to hear the sound of grenades. Anarchy is roaming around the entire nation. The manner to put off the garment of shame that is going to feel by supporting a man that everyone said it was a disaster awaiting the nation called Nigeria. He came to the podium and said, yes, I already supported him. But today, the nation is bleeding. The blood of the youth is being spilled on every corner of the nation. If that boy should do something about the insecurity in Nigeria, he should resign or be impeached. The moment he said that, the spokesperson to the president, Gabashew, came on air, and all he could say in defense of the president was Reverend Father Umbaka actually came once upon a time to request for a contract from the presidency. It was because the president refused to give him contract. That is why he had come to blackmail him. That is the nation we find ourselves. Nepotism of the highest order. So the likes of Governor Ortom of Benue has shown that men, there are still men who are ready. You know, when they keep people in the handicap, you know what he said? He said, I'm already 65 years of age. Come and kill me. He said, I can't govern dead people. He said, I can't be a governor over dead people. Enough is enough. We need people like Ortom who will stand in the face of tyranny and speak truth to power. Senator Dini Milai once said, if I talk, I die. If I don't talk, I die. They said, I'd rather talk and die. Benin will say, a man abo bianayi, or man say a man lela. In the face of all that we have seen today, many of our leaders have decided to keep quiet because Buhari has become a god. Anyone that insults Buhari will be marked for death or destruction or whatever. And many are afraid. Nobody's insulting him. But as a leader who was employed by the people, one thing the Nigerian system hasn't understood is this. The moment you decide to go into the public office, you have now become a public servant, owned, controlled by the people. And in such a situation, you have no other alternative than to speak for the people, listen to the people, get their advices, and do according to their wills. That's why you are being called a public servant. Your life is being taken care of. Your family is being taken care of within that period of time from the tax being paid by the people. You know, because you're president, nobody talks to you. Because a little bit worrisome. Because it will be worrisome on what is about to happen. So we're calling some link to authenticate the resolve of the Fulani National Movement to wage a holy war on Benue. The CSP stated that the governor's statement only tried to alert security agencies of their threat. Governor Ortom used the program to draw the attention of security agencies to the inflammatory statements made by the said group vying to wage a jihad and mobilize their members to invade Benue and resist the implementation of the open grazing prohibition and ranching establishment law passed by the state. I can say condemn this negative of an NIGERIAN. It maintained that the Benue State governor has enormous respect for the leadership of the Jama'atu Nasir Islam and all other Nigerian Muslims and would not have launched an attack on their religion. I just said it before. Now, what they do, they have a way of making everyone believes that an attack on the Fulani race because of the atrocity they are committing since the inception of the leadership of General Muhammadu Buhari, they quickly tag it to be an attack on Islam. Here it is, guys. This is what they do. Now, and every other Muslim around the world or around Nigeria buys into it because by Usman Dafodio. You know, they changed their tradition, they changed their culture, they changed their religion. They didn't give them a new tradition, they didn't give them a new culture, but they gave them a new religion. So they now incorporated the culture and tradition of the outside the Kanuri people into religion. That you cannot separate their culture now from religion. So that makes it very difficult for anyone to be able to speak to anybody in the north without the northerners who are Muslims not seeing it as an attack on Islam. I hope somebody got that logic right now. So anytime what they do now is they don't think anything anymore. They don't see it as an attack on Islam. So whatever you say today will not become a thing that is against what they believe, because they have no culture anymore. They only have a religion, which now stands between their culture, tradition, as of today. And this was a plan in order to enslave the people perpetually. But the likes of Governor Ortom of Benue have been able to expose this secret to their people. So yes, Islam is a religion, just like Christianity is a religion. In the South today, we see all our culture there. I will tell you, an Igbo will tell you, I'm an Igbo man. I have my culture, I have my tradition. Ibinima will tell you I have my culture. Isukuma will tell you I have my culture, because our culture did not actually intermingle with our tradition, with our way of life. We still kept our culture intact, even despite we embrace Christianity. So then when you insult a pastor or you insult the church, I don't feel offended that you are abusing my culture, you are abusing my tradition. I take it as if it is my religion and some people are making mistakes. But when you now decide to insult my tradition and culture as a Benin man, then I have to rise in defense of my culture. You see why there's always you see why there's always, you know, a conflict in the north, where everybody there believes that this you will say, it becomes a blasphemy, and that will actually lead to your death. We just saw how they drag a boy out during the, I don't know whether it was during the Ramadan or so, in the presence of his mother, they set him ablaze for blasphemy. Nothing happened to the guys who did that. Nothing. Everything was like nothing happened. But if it happened in the east or any other part of the south, will the government actually look the other way around? If the ways Governor Samuel Ortom is speaking, other governors in the south are actually speaking, or in the middle belt are speaking the same way. You know why he left PDP? We don't know why he left PDP. I mean, he left APC. He left APC because he was actually speaking the truth. They began to attack him. There's what we call political affiliation, which the guy never wanted to be part of. Just like what Smart Adeyemi was doing in the house when he was crying. He said, let's close down the assembly. The president needs to do something and end the insecurity. He went above the natural thinking mentality of every Nigerian politician and whatever. that the wife of Tinubu was behind him and said, "Are you a spy? Are you a PDP?" Etiosa, they did not really have an agenda to turn everybody to Islam. No, that's the problem now. This is where I'm going on. They have an agenda to take over Nigeria for the Fulanis. If you speak to it, an Hausa man will tell you categorically clear that they are also under the same heavy bondage that we are also into. How many Hausa men actually control their states in the north? Check all the governors in the north. Check all the governors in the north. They are Fulanis. Check it. They are less Fulanis anyways. They are good ones. But the problem is this: they are scared of saying to their people, "You are bad." They are scared of rolling out arms and ammunition against their people for the atrocities that they are committing. Can somebody tell me here, is there any governor in the north that have done what Hope Uzodinma is doing in the east? Can anybody tell me, is there any governor in the north that has done what Dave Umahiya is doing in the east? That at the slightest opportunity, they send the Nigerian military to kill their people. Even in Katsina State, whereby kidnapping became an order of the day, it can't do that right now. Have you seen military wiping up people the way they do in the south? Because they have one thing in common. It is like, I don't know, it is against what they believe. They will not be ready to take their people through that road of killing. But when it happens in the south, our leaders are quick to call this same group of people who have taken over the military as of today, and they will go to our villages and kill our people. And our leaders will be so proud that they have done something. Whereas these people protect their people even when they know. When they know. In Katsina today, they pay tax to bandits before they go to their farms. In President Muhammadu Buhari state of origin, they pay tax to bandits before they are allowed to farm. We can't continue keeping quiet, because what you are experiencing today from ESN will become a child play if others decide to put their hand into it. I said it during my time. The government needs to sit down with these guys. We need to talk our way out. Nigerian indivisibility is negotiable. For us to become one, we must sit down and discuss how we are going to become one people. Look what Ortom said again. I love him. He said, "I will resist plot by Esme to orchestrate leadership change in Benue State." I will resist Esme to orchestrate leadership change in Benue State. An umbrella body of Benue Youth, the Benue Youth Forum, has raised the alarm over alleged plot by Esme Group to orchestrate leadership change in the state, vying to resist any plot to force such leadership on the people of the state. Now, do you know in Ondo State, the governor of Ondo State, according to Lu, made a law just the way it's happening in Benue State. They made a law banning open grazing. Guys, Chief Dele Momodu, I was listening to him this morning. He said when he went to Ondo State, he still see cow on the road, on the street, on the major roads. It means these guys refuses to obey the law of Ondo State. Is anyone here going to tell me today in Kaduna State they destroy people's drinks, beer parlors, and be locked down? Brothels are being locked down. Drinks worth billions, millions, hundreds of millions of naira are being destroyed. They went to a school, a university for that matter, goodness sake. They met a boy and a girl in one room. They were arrested by their vigilante or community police. But you can't tell them during Ramadan, another boy was arrested who they met eating outside. But this same group of people cannot be told to obey a certain law in the South, and they will oblige to it. That shows, guys, that some people believe that they are first class in the nation called Nigeria, while others believe, or why they think others are just slaves that are here to serve them. So that is why when some governors in the South will make a law, these people will deliberately violate the law. I was listening to the Zamfara State governor one time. He said, no state government owns land. Yes, I've seen it. Yeah, I've seen it. That was in Niger State. I'm coming there. I'm coming there, sir. He said no state government owns land. Nobody should tell anyone to leave their state. That they have the right to live anywhere. All forests belongs to the government. My question is this. Can I walk into any northern state and erect a building? Can I walk into any northern state and start a pig farming without my head not be put on a stick within 24 hours? We in the South, we feel it's okay because of what our greedy, selfish leaders want. They are ready to sell us for a pot of porridge. They are ready to sell just like what Uzodinma is doing. What like Ahmed Bola Tinubu is doing. What like Femi Adesina they are doing. Dave Umaya they are doing today. And all these babysitting, greedy, selfish, southern political leaders who only thinks of what they are going to benefit. Not what the people will benefit. In Niger State, you know now, Boko Haram already taken over 53 communities, 53 villages in Niger. They've already hosted their flag in 53 communities in Niger State, where they now have control over. They brought out all the Christians. Guys, I'm not a religious fanatic. I'm not an extremist. But I can tell you what Boko Haram did to those people and sent out the videos. If it happened to a Muslim in a Christian community, there will be war. I'm not against Islam. No. But the truth must be told. And until we begin to tell ourselves this simple, logical truth, the peace that we are actually looking for will elude us. Thousands of people were forced under gunpoint. I heard. They didn't show them. I heard some people were killed. Those that refuses to renounce their faith were murdered right before those last crowd of people. That puts fear in the spines of others, and they begin to accept the recitation be put before them by these messengers of death called the Boko Harams. And I have not seen any of our religious leaders, particularly the Islamic religious leaders, to come out and openly reject such an action be perpetrated by Boko Haram, all in the name of Islam. But they're going to tell you they are not practicing Islam. Guys, but when a pastor sleeps with another woman, the same group of people are quick to jump on the social media and attack the body of Christ. When a pastor, peradventure, steals money, the same people are quick to jump on every available social media platform and attack the body of Christ. But when it happens on the other side of the device, they will tell you they are not practicing. They're not true Muslims. My question is this: why can't we come out and defend the defendable and also attack what we know is creating more division among the people? The rate at which the Fulanis are being hated today in Nigeria is actually caused by the nepotic, the silent nature of the leaders of the Fulani bodies, which is the president of Nigeria today. Believe it or not. People that see the Fulanis as the enemy of the state, they actually have also painted themselves as part of the people who have become the problem of the state called Nigeria today. They will tell you, we will kill you. Nothing will happen. It is worrisome for us, for people like me, and that's why I've decided to come out today to say, all our leaders need to grow up and begin to think and act like Governor Ortom. Don't keep quiet when your people are being killed. Defend your people. If you can't do anything, talk. Talk is cheap. You have immunity also. A man that they wanted to kill, if not God, this man would have been dead when he went to his farm. He ran 1.5 kilometers without no stop from the hired assassins, who he also said were Fulanis. Let's look at this. said, Governor Ortom, President Buhari cannot stop me from speaking about killings in Benue. Governor Samuel Ortom has said he will not be cowed by President Muhammadu Buhari from speaking his mind about attacks and killings in Benue State. Ortom, who said this while campaigning in Conscitia local government area, was reacting to claim by the spokesperson of the president, Malam Gabashew, that he had been attacking and accusing the president of Islamization plot during his campaign. Ortom said, I'm not sure it's coming from Mr. President, but from the presidency. In my campaign, I have never insulted President Buhari. I have never made any hate speech against him at any given point. If I talk to of Yala claiming responsibility for the killings in Benue State, it came from them and it was before the media and everybody knew about it. This guy is always very out, very bold to reply every statement that comes from the presidency in defense of his people. This is what Nigeria needs. Leaders that know when to speak, not those that just believe in what they're going to benefit. If Nigeria is inflamed today, many of you will leave these millions and billions, these mansions and exotic cars and accessories, and run away to Benin Republic. Just like Lai Mohammed said, many of you will become bread bakers in Benin Republic. Many of you professors will turn to six boys if anything happens to the nation called Nigeria. Not being together. Okay. We are believing for us to be together, we need to speak, to have a new cause. If we can't get that, I don't know the reason why you are saying an Igbo man can never be president. An Igbo man is not trustworthy. An Igbo man is a cheat. An Igbo man is giving Nigeria a bad name. An Igbo man is a criminal. An Igbo man is this. An Igbo man is that. But the moment an Igbo man says, I want to go, let my people go, you are saying to a man you so much detest that you can't go. That actually breaks my heart. So I want to sit down to actually ask, what is actually the problem? If I want to leave, you said I can't leave. Why? What is the reason why I cannot be able to disintegrate myself from where I am not being respected, from where I am not being accepted as part and parcel of the people? I have listened to so very many devices over the Igbo nation. I love Igbo people. The truth of the matter is this: we all from the south, we are one. I am an Igbo man. I'm a Yoruba man. That's what we have. That's our cultures are very, very similar in nature. Our leaders should not be selling us out all for what they're going to gain. The problem today in the South is we have leaders who are so greedy, who are ready to fight for the crumbs. It's a pity that somebody comes to your house, steal your wealth, take you to Abuja, call you to Abuja, ask you to do some atrocities. And at the end of the day, they will give you small money from the money they stole from you to go and kill your people. If you believe the Nigerian state is not negotiable, then you need to ask the people, do you really want to stay together? If yes, what is the parameters of us staying together? This is where the life of Governor Ortom is coming in, speaking truth to power. I can probably the entire southern Nigeria decide to speak truth to power today. By now, I'm very certain the belief that they have that the agenda is working, that we put to an halt. I don't know, they're not going to succeed anyways. Because the southern Nigeria are very sophisticated people. People might like Nnamdi Kanu, might hate him. But I want to say, Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the IPOB family, is one guy that actually opened the eyes of the people. He's one guy that actually opened the eyes of his people. I told somebody yesterday, I said, come, listen, guy. This is the first time in the Igbo nation, in my close to 50 years on planet Earth, this is the first time I see an Igbo having a leader. The first time it happened was in the 60s, during the time of Ojukwu. If you read the history of the Igbo nation from the beginning, the Igbo nation, and from the beginning, they are Republican in nature. So you don't have leaders. They are capitalists in nature. That is why in every clan, there is a king. They do not actually believe in power being concentrated in the hands of one man. The first time they tried it was in time of Ojukwu, during the Nigerian Civil War. And why they actually rallied around Ojukwu, it was because of what was happening to the people. But this time around, this is the first time that people naturally accepted a guy who had no gun, who had no money, but who just talked to them and they buy into what he is selling. To the point I would listen to a video from the late Commander Ikonso, said if Nnamdi Kanu asked him to go to Aso Rock, he's ready to take his life, to risk his life and go there. I've spoken to so very many who actually said the same thing. And I began to wonder, how had he been able to penetrate these people? If it was in a developed world, such a man would have been called to sit down and they will have, some kind of a conversation between him and the government. It's not bringing people in by force. Rather, the people actually sponsoring his lifestyle. Not him paying them. People are actually paying him. That tells you that this guy has something. This guy has something that we need in a time like this. So instead of the certain, leaders or the youth, let me use the word the youth right now, fighting themselves, why not all of us have one common ground where we all are heading towards? That is the liberation of the state called Nigeria, from the shackles of these people who wants to turn us into slaves in our own land. They rape our women, rape our wives, rape our daughters, kill our men, maim and hang them, turn us into refugees in our own communities. And yet some people will be insulting one who is trying to defend his people, just like Governor Ortom. Delema want to say something this morning that actually struck my mind. I'm going to say it again, I'm going to repeat it. He said, if the Nigerian government had done well, said Nnamdi Kanu would have been irrelevant. I'm going to repeat this again. He said, if the Nigerian government actually done well, Nnamdi Kanu and the ESN would have been irrelevant. But because they failed, a guy came and stepped into their shoes and decided to do the needful. And today, he has become an household name as far as the Igbo nation is concerned all over the world. We need the likes of Samuel Ortom, a political leader who stands for his people. We need the likes of Nnamdi Kanu. Be like it or not, a man who believes his people cannot continually be under oppression. We need men who will defend the cause of their tradition and culture, not men that are ready to sell off immediately. 15 naira is being paid into their account. Let's continually hold hands together and defend the common destiny of the southern Nigeria. Politics aside, let all of us put our eyes together and help the South. Before I go, I want to say this. I said it yesterday. Please, guys, if the East wants to go, a government actually believes that they are enjoying, according to the government, they are enjoying the dividends of democracy. You should give the people a referendum. Let there be a referendum in Nigeria. Do we really want to stay together again? That is not secession. If somebody is saying, the way you are treating me is not good, I don't like it anymore, I want to quit, you give him a benefit of doubt. He will decide to stay or to leave. Is that not true? These people need it. Let Buhari give them a referendum. If the governors or the political leaders in the East believes that Nnamdi Kanu has no power over the people, or the people are not tired of the way and manner they are being treated, let a referendum be called. Let them decide who wants to stay, who wants to leave. And let's see what is happening. And the holy nations in the world who are still multi-ethnical in nature today that have survived. Because The truth of the matter is this. The Nigerian state is no more, I'm going to say it now. What is the English I'm going to use now? It's no more in fashion in the world today. The Nigerian state is no more in fashion. It has gone out of fashion. The system today of this multi-ethnic nation today is no more in fashion. It has gone out. Many of them have already broken into pieces, like USSR and all that. Okay? The only two today is Switzerland and United Kingdom that is left, and Nigeria. Every other one today, every nation today is along the ethnic line. Yeah. And do you know why? They actually existing today days because there's no war, because there's a mutual understanding. Even as you speak today, some part of the Britain wants to leave Britain, United Kingdom. Some part of United Kingdom want to leave. And they didn't force them to stay. They gave them an opportunity for a referendum. When the people vote for exit, they will exit the union. This is how a normal society needs to work. You don't kill the people when they say, Oga, you are oppressing me. I'm tired of your oppression. Give me my freedom. I'm not a slave. I'm a son of the house. Allow me to go my way. And you, who had the opportunity of being the head of the family, will say, over my dead body will you live. But yet, you do not treat these people the exact way they need to be treated. That's our worries. You want to keep us together, but yet you treat us like slaves in a land that we co-own. I don't know how people think about this. We never agreed to come together in the first place. Only said, Barrister Olisa Bakuba, SCN, the former chairman, president of Nigerian Bar Association, easily said that when you want to marry, and I love that, I'm going to say this now, it was very interesting when I listened to it yesterday. When you want to marry, said you go and get wife. Everyone said, whosoever that find the wife, whosoever that find it, know your parents. You present her to your father, and they said, okay, yes, thank you, go. But if your father decides to give you a wife, and when the boy said, this is your wife, we've already married her, this is your marriage certificate, and they forcefully asked you to marry this lady, it's something that I love. The first thing that I love said, you are banded together by the certificate, but not by mutual agreement or mutual understanding. And he said, such a home will know no peace. And I expected the dignitaries that were in that very particular seminar or symposium to have sat down and read adequate meanings to what was said by this learned gentleman. Nigeria was forcefully married together. And There was no agreement of whatsoever. But the people who were part of that very particular kingdoms or nations before the amalgamation. So the truth of the matter is we must understand this right now. If I want to go from a house, I have the liberty to walk out if I feel I'm being treated wrong. You don't kill me because I said I do not want to be part of this atrocity. If you want me to be part of it, then you must treat me as equal owner of the nation called Nigeria. These are simple. It's as simple as ABC. You don't attack every person who speaks against you and you wanted to remain with you. How can that be possible? Nigeria has expired since 2014. Before, that's the truth of the matter there. It's just that the leaders in the South are too greedy. Are too greedy to actually understand that they need to sit in another round table. You know today, like I said, I'm an old guy. I'm a bit young, at least I'm getting old. I've never seen, since I came, I've never actually met a government, even during the military era, the way even the governors worship Buhari. I've never seen it before. During Jonathan time, nobody even go to Asoro to go and see Jonathan. Nobody does. But today, going to Asoro to go and see Buhari is like you are going to Mecca or you are going to what is it called? To Jerusalem. But this is a man that was actually elected. They've made him a god. In this dispensation, which has made him to feel he's above the law, he knows everything about Nigeria, and even when they know the man is a collateral failure. So we as a people must begin to start thinking. Let us not deceive ourselves, guys. We need Nnamdi Kanu to talk. We need Samuel Ortom to talk. We need everyone that had the balls in the South, in the Middle Belt, to speak. Maybe that will put some of these people back to understand the level of insecurity and oppression in the land. Okay, guys. Yes, I know. They are not even part of us. They see Nigeria as their own estate, their own nation that they need to conquer and take over. That is why we as a people, we must unite together. The unity of the South is one thing that will take us to where we ought or we need to be. If we must win this fight, we must unite as a people. We must unite as a people. We should not allow politics to divide us. I'm calling on Hope Uzodimma, Governor Umaya, Governor Obiano. What's the name of the other governor again? In the east, I can't remember that now. The last one, Umaya, Obiano, Governor Dave. Yeah, that's David Umaya. Then Obiano, Governor Fine, Governor Uzodimma, and Abia State Governor. I'm calling on the Southern Governor, Wike Bernard of Cross River, I think Akwa Ibom also, or Cross River. Then I'm calling on the Edo Governor. I'm calling on the Delta State Governor. Then all the Southwest governors. Please, guys, put your differences aside. Understand your people and what they are clamoring for. Don't sell your people out. Sheyi Makinde, you'll be one guy that I so much loved because you are a youth and you've actually performed well in this your government. But one thing I will beg you not to do is to sell your people to the federal government. Sunday Ibao is actually fighting for his people. It would be nice we listen to him. Nnamdi Kanu is fighting for his people. It would be nice we listen to him. If you watch Shatima Yerima, the youth leader of the RY Youth Consecutive Forum, says a lot of things that nobody questions him. Don't forget, it was Shatima that actually gave that October order that all the Southerners should leave the North. Nobody arrested him. Nobody even questioned him. Because it's very, very important right now that the Southern leaders, particularly the political leaders, the traditional leaders, rather than asking the military to come and invade your people, and killing your people, it would be nice for you, just when they do in the North, call this men together, ask them why they are doing what they are doing. I mean, there are things they are saying today that you cannot see. You have been, around, but there are things we have seen today that you guys are already blindfolded because of the wealth you have amassed all over the nation in the last few 60-something years of Nigerian existence. So that wealth has already blinded you. You cannot see beyond your nose anymore. You scared of you losing all the billions and millions investments you put around the Nigerians. We understood that. We are not questioning that. But that will also stop the fact that you can also speak to the people to understand their plights. With that, you can be able to speak to the people you feel are within you. It is very important. It's very, very important. These guys, they speak, they both had they come out. Hassan was talking on Chinese television, threatening to avenge the death of 50 Fulanis that we did not see in the East. But when it comes to the West, to the South, to the East, we join them to kill our people. All because we want to be in the good book of those people that are actually oppressing us. Go around the world today, except in Senegal, in Gambia, you are still a full animal. But go around the world, you must see an Edo man, an Igbo man, an Asian man, an Ikori man, and a German, all over the globe. We are industrious. We are very adventurous. That's why we are so civilized that taking lives scares us to the bone marrow. Not because we are afraid, because we see human life as being sacred. The South is losing it, believe it or not. The North is already engulfed in flame. There is no part of the North today that is safe. From the Middle Belt down to the East or to the West. The only part of the nation today whereby you can have relative calmness is the South. Where Boko Haram is now taking over is 2 hours by drive to Abuja. So anything is possible. Guys, let's wake up. Let's defend our land. Let's defend our people. God bless the southern Nigeria. God bless the great South. I believe strongly that in unity we will defend and destroy the plans of the enemies. Thank you guys. I just came back from Africa, came back from Africa, and I'm just doing the best I can do, just to tell us what is happening and many, many things. Tomorrow again, I'm going to be out here at the same time, trying to give us more, insight on what is happening and how we can move forward. And I believe in the next few days, I'll be back to life again, very strong, and more, ready. Thank you guys. I appreciate you for every one of you. Johnson, Lincoln, I appreciate you. Roslyn, I appreciate you. And all of you who are here today, I say a very big thank you. Agawa, Mipe, God bless you. Sarah Ivy, I appreciate every one of you for coming into the show today. Please, tomorrow, let's have time together as we come discuss issues bordering on the Southern Nigeria. Until we see you next time, have a great day. God bless you by now. And bye.